Alright everybody, coming to you next, let's get naughty for Tyler Bear! Crikey, I tell you, crikey. Oh. Luckily I'm not in China and I can hit that guy. My name's Tyler Beck and I am from Footscray, so you may recognise me riding the train lines with a single chopstick. My name's Tyler Beck and I want everybody here to know that I do have pronouns. I identify as a he, him, when I'm jamming out to Michael Jackson music and he. You know, in all honesty, I'm just true blue, 100% Australian bogan. I see those reactions there. I see it. I get the oohs, I get the ahs, we don't know about him. It happens. Because people don't understand us bogans. They don't understand us, right? They look at us like we're the type of people that go home and have sex with their sisters. But that's not me. And that's not bogans. That's just Tasmanians and rednecks. But no, to become a bogan, you actually have to do something at the age of 12, right? And that's called initiation. And what initiation is, you have to lose 2 teeth to become a bogan, right? So at the age of 12, I knew who I was as a person, and I knew what I wanted to be. And that was a bogan. So no joke, I went ahead and lost my 2 teeth on that day, on my 12th birthday. Not only did I become a bogan, I also became a part of the Collingwood Membership for Life group. No, I just want to be real with everyone here tonight. I'm struggling at the moment. I've been going through things and I've been recently diagnosed with depression. Which is a bit sad, but we all go through it. I think for me it was just the scariest part of like how I was diagnosed. Just one night at home after 12 years, I changed it up and I paid for porn. Mate, if you're paying for that stuff, life is not going great. So that's where I'm currently at. But no, I'm here, crikey. I'm here on discovery, right? I'm trying to figure out how I can better, become in tune with the inner animal of myself, right? Become in tune with the animal instincts. And it just got me thinking, I love animals, so how can I be more like them? So why don't we start with the humble owl? Woo-hoo, big eyes, right? Those guys are geniuses, especially with their hindsight. They can just see things better than we can. So it just makes me think of relationships. I love relationships. They're just so awesome. You get to have regular sex. You always go on dinner dates. I think that's really cool. You get to have regular sex. Relationships are awesome. But from the beginning, my mate just had to tell me this one fun fact, that no matter how long you date someone, halve that, and that's how long it takes to get over them. So if you're with someone for 10 years of your life, it's the next 5 years to get over them, or 1 year, 6 months. So it's safe to say I had the best weekend of my life. Now, I'm trying to think, so there's so many animals in the world, but what about an elephant, right? Big ears, right? That means they must be a good listener. Maybe I could be a better listener. One of my relationships, that's what apparently it fell down on, was our communication. She'd say that I never listened to her, that I wasn't caring, and I just wasn't the loving person she fell in love with. At least that's what I think she said. She kept blaming the whole relationship ending on communication. And the last thing I sort of remember, she was going, menopause, menopause, menopause. And that confused me because I'm 24. I may not look it, but I am 24 and I didn't know what that was. I had to go and Google it at home and she doesn't have menopause. But she just kept going on about it, menopause, menopause, menopause. What my bisexual ex-girlfriend was trying to tell me, she's now putting men on pause. Let's keep going down the animal list. What about a lion, right? King of the jungle. They're just not scared to put themselves out there. And that just got me thinking, why I'm even doing comedy and how I got the courage to be here. Not the cowardly lion, but a courageous lion. And it's a raw comedy competition, right? I got my start up in the raw comedy competition. And I love it because it gives everybody the chance to be a comedian. And I just think the word raw embodies my style perfectly. Because it's much like my sex life. It's dry, it's untested, and there's no guarantee of satisfaction. Now, I'm actually running out of animal ideas. Wait, what about a canine unit? I'm not talking about a regular house dog. I'm talking about a canine unit, right? Like, they know what they want and they don't care. There's no ifs and buts about it. And that's sort of like me. There's one demographic in this world that I hate more than anyone. Like, there's one demographic that I think is just absolute pieces of shit. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's people that take drugs. Like, people that take drugs are a debt on our society. Talking about the police, airport security, and my boss. Yeah, I just think, like, as I'm growing up, like, I was never made to be a sports star, but that's why I love the cheetah, right? They're so agile, they're so swift, they're the sports star of the animal kingdom, and I love sports. Basketball's my favourite sport. Does anyone here love basketball by any chance? Woo! Recently, earlier this year, we had the Basketball World Cup, and I thought it was awesome. And if you don't know what it is, it's where every country in the world comes together to play basketball and find out who is the best. Mate, what a sight to behold. It wasn't America. Yeah! Like, the people that created their sport are the worst at, well, not the worst, but they're no longer the best. Yes. Does anyone know actually who did win the World Cup for basketball? It was Germany. Germany won the World Cup in basketball. So I think it's safe to say that's the first time a training camp has paid off for them since 1942. 90 years later, still too soon. Kaza, you're next. No, I'm joking. But no, as I'm going on, just bear with me a moment. These shirts are hard these days. What are you doing? As I'm going on, I'm just starting to realise that I can try and be more like animals. And I probably should be because they don't have clothes. No, I can be more like an animal, but at the end of the day, I just need to be myself, right? But being myself is actually really hard. Like, I don't know if you can see how nervous I am right now, but I'm scared being up here. So you can only imagine how I am on a date with a hot girl. Woo. Sheesh, it's a sight no one wants to behold, right? No one wants to see that. So I've had to figure out how can I feel more natural? How can I just be better at having dates? So I went ahead and designed a range of t-shirts, and this is my favourite one. Tonight's been great. Because it just helps me articulate how I feel in the moment when I can't do it myself. But as I'm going on, I've realised that I can do in many more scenarios. So everybody at Naughty Bar, Naughty Comedy, tonight's been great. Yay. Woo! Thank you very much.